Gavin snuck in a question. Hi Martin, do we need to provide personal bank account statements if we use to send each other money through personal accounts for a period of time before we get a joint one? Yes, it's always advisable, Gavin. If you can show your personal bank statements, you can highlight those transactions, so you can annotate PDFs, highlight the transactions, just to show that you were transferring to one another. But what's going to hold more weight and what's more important is you being able to show your joint account transactions and highlighting the transactions in your joint account and showing that they're for your living expenses as a couple, rather than focusing too much on what you were doing prior to that. But ultimately, though, it really depends on all factors. Depends on the strength of your case and how much effort or detail you need to go into during that period of you sending money to another. The reason is that, in my opinion, there's a difference between the period where couples are sending money to one another, which is kind of like reimbursing each other. You've paid for this, I've paid for that. I'm going to send you some money because you paid for this, and you're going to send me some money because I paid for that. There's a shift at some point in the couple's relationship where it's no longer about that. It's about they're pooling their money, and it's no longer his money or her money, or his money or her money. It's their money as a couple. And when that shift happens, that's typically also in line with when a couple starts to claim they've become de facto. Okay. However, as I said earlier, yes, it's worth printing them off, highlighting them, and explaining that in your relationship statements. Give those documents context and refer back to them, and explain that there was a period of time where prior to opening up our joint account, we still shared expenses because we would send money to one another, but we formally started pooling our finances and really sharing expenses once we opened up our joint account. I hope that answers your question, Gavin.